mean, Coach telling you guys today that Jameis is going to be the starter?
I was actually excited that it had to go down to that point anyways. I mean, we had Jacob, who had his best off-season camp since he's been here. So it was very tough for us as a team, let alone for Coach Fisher. So to get that breaking news, I mean, we trust in who the head guy trusts in. We was confident in both of those guys, no matter who was going to be the starter. But Jamison won the battle, and we're going to go from there.
As a guy who he's always trying to beat in practice, man, what makes Jameis just effective? What is he able to do out there, and what can he bring to the offense?
I think his natural ability to lead. I mean, a lot of guys have appointed time to be a leader. He almost have that natural ability to do that. A lot of guys rally around Jamison, and that's pretty rare as a young guy.
Do you think there will be any quarterbacks you guys see out there that will compare a lot to Jameis?
I don't know, but we're game plan against that. I know if there's any quarterback out there like him, I know it's going to be a tough week. So if it is, we're game plan tough for him.
How did he tell you guys? Was it on the practice field?
It was actually in a team meeting. It was breaking news. It was breaking news, and like I say, we was pretty confident in both of those guys. And, we just have to accept the fact that Jameson is the starter, and we're gonna go from there. Because if you look in the past, the Alabamas and the LSU's, the 2 years they went to the national championship, they had the same problems: two great quarterbacks. So you never know what can happen throughout the season. It's just good to have. I mean, too much of anything is bad for you if you have a lot of good. So we'll just see what happens throughout the season.
How was the room reacting when Coach made that announcement?
Like I say, Jacob opened a lot of eyes this camp, and if he was the starter, it wouldn't have been a surprise. With Jameson and his ability and his leadership, that definitely wasn't a surprise. So, I mean, it was good either way. We have a great defense, great special teams, and great offense. So it's up to this team as a whole to protect either one of those guys, whoever's going to be the starter. So we wasn't surprised, but we just commend Coach Fisher for making that tough decision because it was a very tough one. So we have to roll with it.
Not to put you on the spot, but was there at any time during camp where maybe you started to feel like it might turn out this way, or do you feel like you were in the dark the whole time up until today?
I felt like it was in the dark because, I mean, you just like I say, Jacob had the best, and I mean this wholeheartedly. He had the best camp that I ever seen since he's been here. And it was like, he looked like a new guy. Like, he looked like a new guy in camp. So it was like, you go home at night and you're like, I wonder who's going to be the starting quarterback. I mean, everybody expect for Jameson. You know, you see him in the newspaper articles here and there. Everyone already have him as an appointed starter. Then you have a guy like Jalen Coker, who's just as talented and tough, and having a great camp. So as an organization, it was tough. It's like, who's going to be our starter? So we always in the blind.
You've been here for a few years. Have you seen a redshirt freshman that has that? Like you mentioned, his leadership, obviously his personality. He's funny, just as loose as he is, and as comfortable as a guy like Jameis. Have you seen anybody else like that around here?
I haven't seen anyone since I've been here, since my past 4 years. Jameson, like I say, he's a rare kid, that natural ability to be able to be a leader. And I seen it when I seen him last year on scout team, just making throws that I've been here for 4 years and seeing guys like Christian Ponder and E.J. Manuel seniors making it. It's like, this kid's going to be special.
Well, it seems like, man, from a leadership aspect, you know, for a lot of veterans, if a young kid, a first-year player comes in and starts, you know, taking on the leadership qualities and trying to be that guy, maybe some older guys might not take too well to that. I mean, what do you have to do to get guys that are 3-4 years older than you to rally around you?
It goes back to what I said, that natural ability. And at the end of the day, if you're going to be a team, if you're going to be an organization, it's just some things you have to accept. Age or what year he is in college shouldn't mean anything. And it's for us to embrace that and protect him because, I mean, he has those natural abilities, but he has to be thrown in the pressure to see if he can, you know, handle that and embrace that. So with us believing in him, we have to protect him as well. So.
I'm going to ask you a non-quarterback question, sorry about that. But P.J. Williams has been, you know, a guy that was, you know, last year played a little bit, but this year he's been up with the ones, and obviously you play next to him a lot. What is making him such a special player?
Big kid, prototypical cornerback, can run, very physical. He's smart. His instincts. He know how to play that football. And we have a lot of guys like that. We have Ronald Darby, we have Nick Wason, we have Keelan Smith. We have so many guys just rotating in. Also with the addition of Jalen Ramsey, freshman kid that looked good to me. And we're just loaded. And, I mean, it sounds good on paper. We have to see what happens when the lights is on. But all those guys, everyone look good in the secondary right now.
He said in the spring when we talked to him, he kind of turned the corner. Did you see him kind of like taking it to that next level this past spring and building on that?
Yeah, you just see him grow up so fast because, you know, you have the Xavier Rose, the Greg Reeves, myself, who they may look up to, and these kids come into college watching you, and it's almost like a shock to them when they have to accept that role that you had before, and to see them just embrace it and to be like, if you did it, I can do it. It's just the confidence that these young kids have these days, and that really helped PJ out a lot. He grew up real fast, and it was good to see him.
Have you been impressed with Jalen Ramsey? What's been impressive about that kid?
Physical. I mean, like I say, you get those big cornerbacks, and he's out there, and he can hold his own, and he's a freshman. I just see so much potential and talent in him.
Does that say something about him too? It seems like he's kind of worked himself into the rotation, and you guys were loaded at secondary anyway. For him to kind of work himself in there, does that say something about his ability?
Yes, he's very talented. And Coach Fisher do a pretty good job recruiting, as you see in the past years. So anyone who Coach Fisher recruit and, you know, bring to this secondary, a receiver, a running back, I believe in him because I know Coach Fisher know what he's doing, and he's going to get the right guys. So when guys come in, we expect that out of them. We already believe that they can do that. So when they come, it's no surprise.